Hi, welcome back. This is Jody with Dig the Wig. I'm excited to share with you something that I get a lot of questions about from people that I'm helping with their wig journey, and that is how do I care for a heat defiant or heat friendly fiber. So I'm going to show you how I do it, especially with anything that's straight. So I just got home from work. I'm a realtor, so I just got home from work, and my wig, this is Sleek by Ellen Villa, and the color is Pearl Blonde Rooted. So I wanted to show you what happens to the ends, right? They get kind of stiff and frizzy, and they're kind of stiff. You know, they're not like up here is super smooth, right? Because it doesn't have any friction points. But this rubs on my sweater or other clothing that you have. Also, when you're driving, it can lay, when you drive, pull your wigs in the front so it doesn't rub against the back of the car seat. All right, so what do you do with this? So before I take this off, because I'm gonna go help paint at my daughter's new house, so this is coming off, I'm gonna show you how I take care of this. So you wanna take your wide tooth comb through, start at the bottom. As you can see, you can start at the bottom so that it you can't run all the way from the top down because you're going to pull those fibers, and the fibers will curl up like a ribbon. If you've ever seen any of your wigs and some of the fibers look like ribbon, when you take a ribbon and you come across it as you're decorating, it kind of curls up. That's the same thing here. This will do the same thing. So start at the bottom, comb through the fibers. Now with this one, what I do is I kind of make a part in the back and pull it all forward. Make sure I can comb through it nicely. And sometimes after I do this with a wide tooth, excuse me, I'll come through it with a little bit of a different brush, that's just to make sure those tangles are out. Okay, the next thing I do is I've got my heat tool. You can use like a round brush and brush through it, but I'm going to show you what I use on anything straight, and I love it. If I need to adjust my part line or create lift here, I use excuse me, I have a cold right now. I use my hot comb. I have this set at the second setting, and the first setting I think is 280. I can't read it in my eyes. So I have it set at 320. I would start at 280, start at the low setting, or look at the manufacturing details, but I do use this so fast through the fibers that it doesn't linger, and I feel like the 320 does a job. So what I do is I'm going to spray here and on the back side, anywhere you're going to apply the heat to smooth it out, and that feels really good. Now I do have another tool that it came with my hot comb, and it's, I want to call it a hot hand, but this will protect my hand so it doesn't get burned. Okay, so now what I do, I have all this half over here. I'm going to hold this and I'm going to run. You can hear it going shh, because basically it's steaming it. Now I'm feeling a tangle in there. Not here. This is good. Don't just yank it through. Can you hear that? You hear that? That means it's sealing those fibers back up. That's the heat making contact with the water. So I'm pushing it through and I'm holding, so I can feel the prongs of the comb coming through the other side. Everything's feeling really smooth now. So I do this every time I wear this wig, because when I put it on my shelf on my stand tomorrow, if I choose to wear this wig, it's ready to go. I don't have to mess with it. I love straight style, and then I kind of pull, see that? I just did that. Okay, so you should be able to see a difference between these two sides. Now let's do this side. I'm going to switch my hot hand over. Sometimes I do actually feel a little bit of that heat come through. So I'm wetting that. You don't ever want to apply heat to dry hair. It's not going to do any good whatsoever. It will a little bit, I suppose, because I have seen other wig experts that will take the heat of their hand and kind of, you know, manipulate the top with the heat of their hand. That's never worked for me, but maybe you have good luck with that. So here we go. Can you hear that? If I feel resistance, like a knot, I'll kind of just slow down, make sure that I'm not pulling a knot. Usually in the back, that's where I'm missing. Hear that? Look how nice that smoothed that out. And I'm just gonna do this because I like to. Okay, so I have that. Look how my hand will just go through it now. And if it feels like it needs a little bit more, I'll put a little bit more on it, but this feels good, look. You know, once that factory silicone wears off, the wigs never feel the same. I mean, everybody's in the same boat. You expect it to last and last and last the way it felt when you first put it on, and it's just not, that doesn't happen. So take good care of your wigs. Now I'm going to show you the next thing that I do. So now I have her looking nice. See how it really made a difference in the ends. Now I'm going to take silicone spray. Look at my, it just kind of really fell out of my clip, didn't it? This is the silicone spray that I use. It says Simply Styling Light Silk Spray. And will kind of replenish that silicone that came on the fibers when you first received it. So I'm just going to spray a little bit, and then it'll go, and definitely under at the nape. Let me open this up a little bit right here. Do you see how nice and smooth that looks now that I put that heat to it? I love the way this smells too. I know some of you are probably sensitive to smell, but I really like the way that smells. And I'm getting her all, look how nice. She's ready to go on her stand. And I'm going to put something different on to go paint. Okay. The other thing that I do is when I store these, see how I store it? I don't store this piece, this band. I don't store my wig where that band is pushing on the lace front. I pull this down. So it's kind of angled down. You see that? Because I don't want that band that's inside, that hard band that's inside there to warp my lace. So I'm always taking care of the lace. The other thing that I'll do to the lace, another tip. Okay, let me show you this. So I take a soft washcloth. Oh my gosh, I look a mess. And I use this toner, witch hazel toner. Use whatever you want to remove the makeup. But I do take my wig and I take some of this on a cotton pad, but usually it's a washcloth, and I just gently dab it across, pulling forward on that lace to get any makeup residue on or off the lace front. Now, I'm glad I thought to show you that. Now she's ready to go on her stand and be stored until the next time I wear her. And I wear her a lot. I think she's probably in my top 3 preferences. I always feel really pretty when I wear this. And I've worn the heck out of her. I've never washed her. Excuse me. I've never washed her yet. And I've had her probably a couple months. But I don't wear her every day. And once I start feeling like, I feel like she does have a little bit of buildup from using the styling spray and just whatever's in the atmosphere and my fingers. I run my fingers through her when I'm wearing her, so that there's lotion on my fingers or anything. She probably is due for a wash, and maybe when I wash her, I'll do another video on that as well. So I hope that helps you guys. I appreciate you watching and have a really blessed day. Bye-bye.